how many times you just kind of withdraw a 20, get cash back here and there, and then you have no idea what happened to that $20 bill. You guys understand that once you break a 20, it's just gone. Hey guys, it is Keisha from Keisha Knows Nothing, and today's video is all about saving money in 2023. As we go into the new year, you are probably already thinking of changes that you can make for the better, to better your life. And one of the biggest things that people worry about is their finances. So, and that includes myself. I just wanted to sit down and give you guys some money saving tips to go into 2023. These are things that, of course, you don't have to use these tips. You can do your own thing, but it's just some things to think about to help you manage your finances and just kind of relieve some of the stress that can come with finances as you go into the new year of 2023. Do me a solid and make sure you thumbs up the video and also subscribe if you have not. I love sharing affordable finds here on this channel for beauty, makeup, and all of that stuff, but I also like talking about money saving tips as well. The first thing I want to say, and I want to talk about this first before you decide to click off the video, but it's very, very important, and I would say prioritize your mental health. Some people don't realize it, but a lot of times when you overspend, and you choose not to budget and stuff like that, that a lot of times comes from trauma from your childhood. Doesn't have to, but it can. Kind of similar to people who hoard, when they get older. It's kind of similar to that, just kind of feeling like I never got to get those shoes that I wanted as a kid, or that jersey, or the new game. And so sometimes you can kind of drift into overspending when you have a little extra cash. Or maybe you don't even have extra cash, you're just not budgeting and you don't realize that you're spending money that you need for your necessities on your wants. So make sure you prioritize your mental health, maybe speak to someone about that, or just sit down and really think about why you're overspending. I also want to mention, especially if you're very, very young and possibly still on your parents' dental insurance, but take care of your teeth. This is so important to do. If you're very careless with your oral hygiene, it will catch up with you once you get older, and more than likely on your own insurance. And it can be very costly the older that you get, whenever you have to continue to go into the dentist and get work done, or even into the oral surgeon and get work done. So make sure that you are going to the dentist and getting your checkups done and getting your cleanings and stuff like that, because it does add up once you are older. So don't mess around, y'all. Go to the dentist. Do it as often as they require you to come in, and keep up on your oral health, your oral hygiene. So included with that, go to your doctor, do your annual visits once a year, twice a year if you feel you need to. Sit down, talk to your doctor, make sure you get all your screenings done that go with your age, maybe go with your background of your family as far as what screenings that you possibly need to have done. Make sure you're doing that, because early detection is such a big deal, and right now it just costs so much to get the care that you need to get, especially here in the US. It can be very, very costly to get the health care that you need once you're diagnosed with conditions. So go to your doctor, make sure you have a good idea of where you're at health-wise, and it could be so beneficial to you financially in the future. Live like a retiree. And what I mean by this, I'm not saying you have to pack up and move to Florida or Arizona unless you really, really want to. If you're already living in those states, great for you. But what I mean by live like a retiree is take advantage of any type of discounts that are out there, or offerings that are out there for you to save money. Like, I know that AMC Theaters is now doing like a discounted Tuesday, where a lot of their movies are cheaper on Tuesdays. So, and that includes all of their movies. So consider doing that. Like, instead of having a date night on a Friday night or a Saturday night, maybe go on a Tuesday night if possible. And take advantage of things like that. You can also just go see the matinee when you go to the movies. That's a good way to save money. Those early showings can be cheaper, not always in all places, but they can be cheaper. You can also consider to fix your own vehicle. I know that my older brother fixed a lot of things on his car just by going through YouTube. He went to the auto store, bought the things he needed, and then turned on YouTube, found a video that was going to work for him, and it allowed him to fix a lot of things on his car. So a lot of times when we have to take our vehicles in, the biggest part of our balance ends up being the parts and labor. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to throw any shade to any mechanics out there, but that adds up a lot. And if you're trying to save money, you may want to consider doing it yourself. If you feel confident enough in your skills, you may want to consider to do that. Take advantage of the New Year gym memberships. Lots and lots of gyms offer some type of discounted gym membership at the beginning of the year, especially like Planet Fitness, which Planet Fitness is pretty inexpensive anyway, all year round. But yeah, a lot of them offer some sort of a discounted membership. So if you are looking to get in shape for the new year, then go ahead, take advantage of those deals. Use money-saving apps. I'm sure you've seen commercials for these apps all over. You see them on TV, you see them on your phone, on your tablet, at work, whenever you're supposed to be working, but you're actually scrolling, looking for other things to do and to buy. But take advantage of them. Like Ibotta is great. I used to use them. Kind of got away from them, but I'll get back to them more than likely now that groceries are just ridiculously high. But Ibotta is a great one. Rakuten, I use that all the time for online shopping. Honey is great as well. If you use your Capital One card for shopping, you can go through them also and get cash back. Take advantage of those apps. Ask for a raise. Now, you may have already done your yearly review with your manager or your boss. That's understandable. But if you haven't, or if you know that it's going to be coming up at the beginning of the year, you can start prepping yourself for this. Make sure you ask for a raise. Nothing wrong with it. The worst they can tell you is no. So, or they could fire you, but usually they'll just tell you no. That's usually the worst thing that they would tell you. When it comes to educating yourself, if you are thinking about investing in stocks or something like that, then you definitely want to look into it first. I know personally I did before we started investing in stocks, and no, we don't have a huge portfolio, but we did start. So I made sure that I looked into the very basic information about stocks before we invested. And that's something that I would definitely encourage anyone to do. Even if you're thinking of like crypto, definitely do your research. That is a very new thing. So the information is going to be pretty new. Make sure you look into it first before you do any type of investing. A book that I recommend is this, Stock Investing for Beginners, How to Buy Your First Stock and Grow Your Money. And this is by John Roberts, and I got this on Amazon. And as you can see, it is not super thick. It's a very easy read. And yeah, it explains the very, very basics of stocks. So that is a great way for you to learn about stocks before you start investing. Also, you may want to consider listening to podcasts. Maybe reading is not your thing. Hey, not everybody enjoys it. I get it. But podcasts are great. One is EYL University. They have a podcast, and that's Earn Your Leisure. You can find them on most podcast platforms. I think all of them. You can also find them on YouTube, and they are very great at telling you about stocks and stuff like that and good investments. You can also listen to Brown Ambition, which is a podcast that I listen to often, at least once a week, and they drop dimes of knowledge about just basic stuff when it comes to money management, when it comes to growth at your job and how to make the most out of your job financially. They're great at that. So listen to podcasts if reading is not your thing. And you need to trim the fat. And this is pretty much cancel any type of subscriptions or memberships that you are not using. Just kind of do an overhaul of those. If you have something that you signed up for in January of 2022 and it is December of 2022 and you have not used it, or you barely used it, or you don't even remember why you subscribed, go ahead, get rid of it. If you are paying for it each month and you are not really using it, get rid of it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and share this video to anybody who you think would find it helpful. Also, thumbs up the video. That helps to share the video, and subscribe if you have not. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.